my name is Jeffrey Medina. I'm the licensed acupuncturist at Medina Wellness, and today I wanted to talk about phobias. So, a phobia is an intense irrational fear that can be triggered by an object or an event, and in reality, that object or event poses no actual threat or danger. Physically, phobias can trigger a fight or flight response, resulting in an increased heart rate. There can be sweating or dizziness, there can be tremors or shaking, and a feeling like you can't escape. Emotionally, phobias can trigger an impending sense of doom, irrational thoughts, feeling like something bad is going to happen to you, intense anxiety, even when the trigger is not present. Phobias are very intense and it can lead to avoidance behavior, causing a person to go to great lengths to avoid any person, object, or event that triggers the fight or flight response. Phobias can be caused by traumatic experiences, genetics, or an overactivity in a certain part of the brain that triggers a fear response. So I want to talk about a case study of a person who had a phobia, and this phobia occurred when she was younger. She actually got trapped in an elevator, and since then she's avoided elevators. But it also led to a feeling of claustrophobia. So anytime she would travel, be on the bus or even the subway, if it was crowded, it could cause a lot of intense anxiety and panic. So after going through the history and the physical examination, we were able to identify key areas in her body that were leading to these symptoms and preventing a resolution of these phobias. In the past, she had done a great deal of counseling and psychotherapy, and it helped her understand these phobias, but it never helped to get rid of it completely. So after treating some of these key areas, what she found was a complete resolution of the claustrophobia. In fact, she said that she was able to travel on airplanes without having intense anxiety or panic. And it was subtle. She just noticed she just boarded an airplane and she didn't have that same sense of fear that she would always have. Physically, she felt stronger. There were certain areas in her past that had been broken and damaged, some areas that had to be repaired surgically. She always felt like these areas were weak and it hindered her exercise and physical activity. And after treatment, because these areas were related with some of the phobias, they actually resolved as well. Specific areas where she held tension, like her neck and her jaw, those were also alleviated. She had chronic jaw pain, and that never came back as a result of treatment. One thing that we often forget is that the body is interlinked. So anything that affects the mind is going to affect the physical body and vice versa. So she came in, she wanted to be treated for some of this anxiety and mental emotional issues, and she found that physically some of the complaints that she had that were chronic resolved as well.